Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the new and improved FinishMMA.com. Please check us out if you haven't already. Follow us on the Finish MMA at Twitter, Facebook.com/the Finish MMA. We got Nick Portella on the line, owner of NickPortellaMMA.com. Nick, my friend, what's going on, buddy?
Not a whole lot. How are you?
Hey man, we're doing pretty good. So we got some really big news on the horizon. I'm just gonna, you know what? We're gonna let the cat right out of the bag. I think right in the get go. We're doing a special collaboration, okay, between the Finish MMA and between Nick Portella MMA, and we're going to be covering the MMA Pro League. We're going to be covering the debut September 15th in Atlantic City. We're going to be covering, hopefully, in the future from here on out, we'll be covering them. I'm really excited about it. I know Nick is. I think I could speak for him in saying that, you know, we're humbled, we're honored to be a part of it, and it's something that I don't think either of us necessarily expected, but we're here. We're gonna run with it. We're gonna run with this thing a thousand miles an hour. Nick, I guess just kind of talk about how this all kind of came about.
Well, I actually saw the couple things that were posted about them, and it looked interesting to me. The Team MMA concept. It's been tried before, not quite in this structured format, and it did not work. But I'm very confident with the people that they have in their front office that this is something totally different. The format is different. I had sent out an email, waited, and I actually ended up running into their entire front office at Rivoli's Grill and Chill in Howe, New Jersey, during the Chris Cyborg signing. And they were great guys. They were real receptive to talk. And, you know, we exchanged contact information. We talked a couple days later. The coverage is, what they offer is great. I knew that no one would ever like to admit it, but it would be more than I could do on my own. And since we've collaborated in the past and it worked very good, that's kind of how we got here. And now we're in the thick of things.
You know, it's going to be the most creative stuff we've done. I think it's going to be the most in-depth stuff we've done. And I think really, you know, your followers, my followers, you know, I think they're really in for a treat. And like I said, I'm really excited to be, you know, collaborating with you on this. I'm really excited to be a part of this whole, you know, really this whole debut of MMA Pro League. And like you said, we're in the thick of it. And but let's talk about some other stuff. Cool part is, for your followers, for my followers, we got some really awesome announcements, and we got some details that are going to be forthcoming probably in the next couple days. We got some tickets to be given away, so if you live in the area or you can make the travel up to the show in Atlantic City on September 15th at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, we have a few pairs of tickets to be given away. So there'll be more details on that a little bit later. So just stay tuned. Follow Nick Portella, Nick Portella MMA on his Twitter. Follow me at the Finish MMA. Between the two of us, you're going to get all those details. And just like I said, please make sure to follow it so you don't get left behind, because I have a pretty strong feeling that they're not going to last long. And, you know, anybody who wants to get them, like I said, take full advantage of this situation. They have been granted to us by MMA Pro League themselves, the big wigs. So we want to pass that along to you. And, you know, I appreciate the support that I've gotten from, you know, the people that watch my content, and, you know, the support that Nick has gotten. And we want to extend that to you guys. So
For the people, I wholeheartedly think if you're planning on going, whether you win the tickets or not, go to Ticketmaster.com.
yeah.
Get your tickets sooner than later. I have a great feeling that this will probably end up being a sellout because it's something new and the idea is fresh, and just the guys that are heading it up instills the utmost confidence. Hani Darwish is the CEO. If it's MMA, he knows it. I've had the chance to talk to him on the phone and in person. and he really, really knows what's going on. And then the president, for people who don't know, Mark Caffett, he was in charge of HBO pay-per-view for 25 years. He did Pacquiao, Mayweather, and numerous other gigantic fights. So with that kind of resume, he doesn't do. I don't even feel like a secondhand type of production is in his nature at this point. He's everything, very professional. Everything is top level. It's actually a pleasure to work with both of those guys.
Nick, you've been to a lot of regional shows, and not to knock anybody, I'm not knocking any smaller promotion, nothing like that. But do you get the sense that these guys are just another regional promotion, or do you sense something bigger than that?
I don't feel like when they put their plan in motion that they thought, hey, we're going to be the best in the tri-state area, or we're going to be the best on the East Coast. I feel like their spectrum is bigger, like nationwide, global. It's just, if you really look into the guys who are behind it all, it would become clearer. But luckily, we're going to have a chance to have both of them on. Yeah. We'll have them on to talk about it, and I mean, they have guys like Pat Militech is on the broadcasting crew, and the first show is Team New Jersey versus Team Pennsylvania, which is kind of suiting because it's at the Hard Rock.
Yeah.
And you have coaches like Daniel Gracie and Dan Miller. These are not just names that are thrown out. People know, they're known. They're all known people. It's amazing how many people they got on board secretly behind the scenes. Like nobody knew anything. And then now that it's getting closer and closer to fight night, more surprises are coming out, and they have their 21 days of MMA Pro League coming out. So everybody definitely keep an eye on their social media. Keep an eye on our social media. It's going to be this big, drawn-out process. You guys will learn everything you need to know about the event by following the 21 days of MMA Pro League for sure. They'll have they have their Inside MMA Pro League episodes. They have their photo shoots. They have fighter profile videos coming in. The stuff is all shot in TV quality. It's unbelievable how much they put together for a first show. It's above and beyond anything I've seen.
I'm a little funny about people trying new things, but like you said, with this, you really get the sense of that they've done their homework, right? Like I talked about in one of my videos, obviously the idea of team-based MMA, that's not new. They're not creating that, but like I said, I think they're putting their own twist on it, their own little spin on it. And I think you really get a sense of that, and you really get a sense that they've done their homework. This isn't something that they rolled over on the side of the bed one morning and decided, hey, let's start a promotion. This is something, obviously, that's gone into planning. It's gone into a lot of research, a lot of development. And, like you said, we're only, we're a few weeks out now. And I'm just, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see this take place. I'm really excited to see things, how it all starts to really take fold, especially once the season starts to kick in, because it's going to be a point-based system, right? They're going to have seasons and semifinals and finals, and I think it's going to be something that's people can really, like I said, kind of sink their teeth into. I think the fans are really going to get behind it. I think the fans are really going to get behind these teams. I think it's an awesome idea. I think it's because it's a little more than, say, like I was saying before, people have their favorite fighters, right? People root for certain people, and probably the same handful of people, right? But have you ever really heard of people rooting for teams in MMA? Have you walked down the street and talked to a guy and, hey, man, I really hope Team Alpha Male wins tonight? You don't really hear about it, right?
No.
With this is different. You got the Team Miller, you got Team Gracie. People are actually going to be rooting for their favorite teams. And
yeah. And I think the day will come where you see like jerseys,
Yeah.
like they do with football and baseball, which would be
Yeah.
really cool actually to see. And I know you know we've talked about the team MMA thing, and the only thing I've really seen was like that 20 guys inside the cage in Russia, and they all
Right.
just smash the shit out of each other until there's one person left.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting to watch. I don't know how good something like that would catch on here,
Yeah.
because that's like one step above the Roman Colosseum. It's just insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, when anything's new, how can you gauge it? Well, you can't gauge the idea because it's never happened this way before.
Right.
So you have to gauge it behind the resume of the men behind it, men and women.
Yeah.
And I mean, their team is deep. I named two of them, two of the guys, and some of the coaches and broadcasting crew. But everything from the CEO down to their media person, their resumes are ridiculous, all of them. So you have to think that, well, they've all been a success in their areas,
Yeah.
and they kind of pulled together the best from each area,
Yeah.
and they put them under one flag. So I couldn't imagine anything but a phenomenal show. I know they have plans to put out more and more content, and obviously we'll have all that content up. The scheduling for interviews to make sure we get to talk to everybody. I just think the whole structure and the way it's done it's really good. It's really good. You would think that they've been doing it for 30 years, and they have that much experience, but the MMA part is new.
Right. Yeah, I'm 1,000% in agreement with you. But like we said, keep us locked down, guys. Like I said, follow the Twitter, follow the websites. Keep it locked down because, like I said, any information that we have, we're going to pass it right along to you. So as soon as we get it, you're going to get it, and you're going to be, one step ahead of the game by following us. And, don't forget to follow MMA Pro League too. So all the coverage we're going to be providing to you from press conference, the weigh-ins, the open workouts, the night of the show, post-fight, pre-fight, we're going to be your one-stop shop. So like I said, we're going to have the more and more details are going to start to come out. As it gets a little bit closer, we'll start to put more and more specific information out. But
And just to put dates on it, there is no times as of yet. Like you've been saying, as it comes out, we'll get it. But
yeah,
September 12th will be the press conference. September 13th will be the open workout. September 14th will be the weigh-ins, and obviously September 15th is going to be fight night.
I'm excited, Nick. I know you are too, man. And like I said, we'll be giving away the tickets September 15th, Atlantic City, New Jersey, Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. Mark it on your calendar. Tickets are available right now.